Hey guys, what's going on? My name's ProfessorSnipe and welcome back to another gun review on my channel. Today we're doing a gun that is very well known and has a good reputation in the video game industry, which is the AK-47, but I'll tell you a hint and I'll give you guys a hint, and I'm pretty sure you guys already know this. It doesn't have the best reputation in this game. So before I start out, I want to give a shout out to Doc William, because a long time ago he requested to see this. Long before I started commentating, he wanted to see me play with the AK-47, and I always said to myself one day I would do that video, and this video is the one that I'm going to do today. So the Hazer, shout out to you, man. Thanks for the request and all your support. The second shout out goes to Chromed Cobra, because on one of my latest videos he asked for a shout out by leaving a comment. And the third final shout out goes to Skype Fox. I don't know if that's how you pronounce your name, but I'm sorry if I don't pronounce that properly. And he basically was in this gameplay, and he was acting like a really good medic and helped us win. And so because of that, I want to give you a shout out. Now, with those shout outs being out of the way, let's start out with the AK-47 gun review. Now, the AK-47 is unlocked at level 20, which is pretty high for class unlocks, and it's a gun that is very, very inaccurate. It has a reload time of around 4 seconds, or I think exactly 4 seconds, and the animation resembles a lot the AK style, the Russian style, like the SVD. Now, the projectile velocity of this gun is 450, which is under average, and makes the bullet speed really slow, and doesn't make it seem like, it makes it seem like there's a lot of bullet drop at long ranges. And also, you shouldn't even bother using long range engagements, so that doesn't really matter too much. And this gun has 24 bullets per magazine, 3 magazines, and 72 bullets. So in total, adding those 24 bullets and those 3 magazines, that totals up to 72 bullets. And this gun has a standard rate of fire of 600, which is the average for all the assault rifles. Now, this gun has a special ability it has the ability to have a jungle camouflage, and it's the only gun, as of the making of this video, that is capable of having a jungle camouflage on the assault class. So if you guys are curious of what that looks like and how it feels, it basically gives you no abilities other than just a jungle camouflage look. It doesn't give you any plus damage, plus accuracy, or nothing. It just looks like that. And other than that, this gun, like I said, is very inaccurate, and I would highly suggest to use this gun at close range. Now, even just pay attention to whenever I'm playing with this gun during this gameplay, that there is a lot of recoil and a lot of my bullets do not hit, like you see on the screen right now. So just pay attention that whenever you're going to use this gun, you really won't feel at home if you're used to using guns like the MP5 or any other guns that have barely little to no recoil. So if you're used to those guns and you move on to something like the AK-47, you really won't feel comfortable using this gun. Now, out of all the ranges, I would strictly suggest that you use this gun at close range, because due to this inaccuracy and deviation, you will have like no luck using this gun at other ranges than close range. Now, the best potential and the best thing about this gun has to be that it has the highest damage in all of the assault rifles. This gun will hit with no attachments. This gun can hit 30 to 34 at close range, 26 to 30 at medium range, and 18 to 22 at long range, which is amazing. This gun is very, very powerful, especially at close to medium range, and honestly, it is something, the best redeeming factor of this gun has to be that. Now, for the iron sights, they look to be easy to use, but they're honestly very tricky to use, especially if you combine that with the recoil and the extreme deviation. With those, it's really something tricky to use, and the hip fire is not the best as well, because it jumps all over the place and it's not really controllable. Now, what attachments would I personally use for this gun? I would use Viper Mags, Nemesis Stock, and Predator Barrel, and I'm going to explain to you guys why I'm using each of these attachments. First of all, let's start out with Viper Mags. Viper Mags gives you +3 damage and +6 bullets, and now you may be thinking to yourself, this gun already has a lot of damage, why would I be beefing that up when I can use casket mags and have more bullets? Now this is the way I think, and this is my theory and mentality. I feel like if you're gonna hit an enemy with this gun, which is pretty hard to do so since this gun is very inaccurate, when you hit those guys, you have to hit them really hard. So by adding that +3 damage, it adds a lot of potential to this gun and makes it even more powerful. And since you do get those extra +6 damage, you benefit from, +6 ammunition, you benefit from that extended clip. Now those are two things that are very good with this gun, so while using this gun you'll feel like you're knocking down pins, or you're playing bowling or something and you're just knocking down pins really easily. Now why am I using them? Nemesis stock, which is pretty obvious, it reduces the most recoil, and I know it does have a -1 damage, but you are countering that with Viper mags, so you're doing even no harm, you're just benefiting twice from using that combination. And lastly, with the Predator barrel, this feels more, I can't really give you a solid explanation, but I've tested this gun with almost all the barrels, and this gun just feels the best with the Predator barrel because it does help a lot at medium range, and it just feels better overall. It has a better feeling to it when you play with the Predator barrel. Now what optic sights would I use? Definitely I would avoid the M145, because the M145, that enhanced zoom, and even with that recoil and that deviation, you really won't be anything good to use. But going something for the red dots or the hollow sight, they can work out, but I wouldn't suggest them either. Personally, I like to stick with the iron sights for the simple fact that I'm very used to playing this gun on games that are, very classic, like Counter-Strike or something like that, where it feels really good and classic to have that old school fashion of using just the iron sights for this gun. So personally, I like to use the iron sights, and it helps me out a bit, and it practices my accuracy, and it feels the best in my opinion. But like I said, the optics, it always matters and depends to what you like. There's no strictly better attachment than the other. Now, the playstyles, how I used to like to use this gun, like I said, at close range, definitely. I don't even like to use this gun at medium range. At medium range, people say that you should burst fire or semi-auto, but I feel like it's a big waste of time because the enemies, if they're using a better weapon or a more accurate weapon, they have the advantage already. So, and plus you're going to be giving yourself some time by reloading, by taking your time to semi-automatic fire and adjust your accuracy and your aim. It won't work out well for you, like you see on the screen right now. So I would suggest using this gun on Sharky, like I am, going around the outskirts of the map and navigating yourself behind the enemies or really up close to them and taking them down with that really extremely strong firepower. Now, would I recommend this gun? I would not, because this gun has extreme recoil and deviation, and it's very inaccurate, and it doesn't feel good. There's a reason why this gun is very underused in Battlefield Play4free, is because it's not a good gun. The only redeeming factor has to be the damage, and if I owned a +3 version of this gun and I added the Nemesis and the Viper mags and the Predator barrel, I would use this gun much more often, but I would not suggest to use this gun because it's very inaccurate and it's going to take a lot of practice to use and perfection. And one more thing, I don't want you guys to be too inspired by this gameplay, which is a pretty good gameplay, going 45-5 with the AK-47. I don't want you guys to be too inspired because honestly, to tell you the truth, to reach those high kills, it's going to take you more than skill. It's going to take you some luck. So that's all I have for this gameplay review commentary of the AK-47, a very underused gun, and hope you guys enjoyed this very good gameplay, and there's not much else I could say about this gun. So hope you guys enjoyed this video commentary. Like always, have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.